evening. Today I'm going to be speaking about a memorable moment that I've had, which is watching the Astros win the 2022 World Series. So this World Series that they recently won, was the second in franchise history. And I'm going to be speaking about the journey throughout the ALDS, the ALCS, and finally the World Series. So the ALDS was a great series. It's the division series, and the Astros went out with a bang in the series, and they swept the Mariners 3-0. Swept the Mariners 3-0. A great moment from the series was rookie shortstop JB Pena's home run to break an 18 inning game, which ultimately in the end was the tie. I really enjoyed this moment. Well, it was at my brother's birthday dinner, and all I could think about was how all I could do was smile in that moment because it was a 2 hour or 6 hour 22-minute game, which is the duration of two games in total. So it was a lot of suspense, and then the fact that he was the one to break that, 18 inning game was a very memorable moment for me. After the game, Jeremy Pena said this at bat was not going to be possible if our pitching staff didn't keep us in the game. They dominated all game. So he paid his regards to the win to the pitching staff first, which is amazing. So throughout the ALCS, which was the championship series against the rival New York Yankees, it was also a memorable moment because not only did they win the series, they swept the Yankees. An emotional win was the 5-0 win, and they only held them to 3 hits in the entire game, and of course, which ended in a sweep, which was amazing. Chad McCormick said, "We're not going to come out any slower than we did today in regards to how high the emotion was, of course, and how high the stakes were because." If they did lose the series, of course, they were going home. So when they came out basically shooting in this specific game in Game 3, it just felt like a game changer, of course. And finally, the World Series, 2022 World Series, they played the Philadelphia Phillies. Sitting down at home watching this game was very, very intense to say the least. Our house is emotional, to say the least. So we were very, very excited. The emotions were running high. Everything was running high. It was like the fact that we made it to the World Series was even one thing to believe, and to think that we could win and be world champions again would be even crazier. So it was a very back and forth game. It was very back and forth against the Phillies and the Astros, but in the end, fortunately, the Astros won Game 6 of the World Series, Game 6, 4-1 against the Phillies. And the last out was very emotional as well because it was shock. It was just pure shock in that moment when right fielder Kyle Tucker made the final out. It was as if the world stopped. Just how amazing that moment was. And after the house settled down, when we were calmed down from jumping and screaming and everything, we took a moment to take in the win and the fact that it was our second franchise win, or second win in the franchise. And we concluded the night by watching the Houston celebrate, the city celebrate, and go crazy and whatnot. And in conclusion, it's great having a team like the Houston Astros to win the World Series and also have this team to confide in, especially when sometimes your life may not be going the way you want it to, or you may not have the things you want, or may not be in the position you want to be in, but having teams like the Astros really help to boost your spirits, when you're low, because you do have that thing that makes you happy, which was the World Series, winning the World Series for me. Babe Ruth said, "Heroes get remembered, but legends never die," and that's who I feel like represent the Astros. They are legends in themselves. Everyone doubted them, especially after 2017, cheating scandal. Everyone doubted then that they could win a World Series, another clean World Series, and they did, and they proved the haters wrong, which is what they do, and it was a great moment. Yeah, thank you.